What separates extremely confident people from the rest? Well, basically, they have such an air of carelessness about them that they don't care about social judgments, they don't care about upsetting people and being people pleasers and all of these things. Their carelessness attracts, their carelessness earns respect because it screams security. It screams, I am fine in my own life, I love my own life, and I am brave enough to engage in any and all situations without the slightest amount of fear. That is the confidence we all respect and we are all attracted to. Now, if you want to tap into that authentic confidence of yours, what you basically need to do is to just take the courage to embarrass yourself more. You don't need to watch a ton of other mindset based videos to learn more about this because these confident people know nothing about confidence. Like you probably know 100 times more information about confidence, more confident body language tips and tricks. These people know absolutely nothing and they are 100 times more confident than you. Well, why is that? Why is a person that went to the gym for 5 years more muscular than a person that just started going to the gym? Because they have more experience, because they've taken so much more action. It's quite logical, isn't it? So then why do you think that mindset videos and like just consuming content, thinking about the problem, why do you think that's gonna solve your issue? If it were that easy, you would have just done it already. But you're still here, aren't you? So you still need something more, and that something more oftentimes lays in taking action, in talking to people, in stepping outside of your comfort zone in these conversations, and that's how you get the points on the board. That's how you build some momentum, and that's how you tap into that confidence of yours. Now, to make the biggest amount of progress, the best thing you could do is to constantly trigger yourself, to constantly step outside of your comfort zone. Because currently, you are caged in an invisible prison cell, and that is the social regulations that you have in your mind that you must fit into. You just have a bar of success that you need to reach in every single conversation. Like this level is the level where you think you're cool enough, right? And everything that's below this level, your ego just says like, nah, our reputation is gonna be destroyed now. We are just looking like losers. You need to raise up. Oftentimes, the way for you to raise up is to just be invisible, to start overthinking everything and overcomputing, analyzing, crafting the perfect lines to say. The confident people don't do this. They absolutely never do this because they don't have a bare minimum. They don't have a bar of success, of acceptability in their own minds. Their carelessness is reflected in their behavior. They don't care about anything. They don't try to be in a certain way, they just are. That's what attracts. Not trying to be perfect, not learning. So then the way for you to get to that point as well is to start taking action. If you want to take action in the most efficient way possible and make the biggest amount of progress you've ever seen, I have a link in the description where I made a course containing everything that got me from the point of shyness and social anxiety to a point of social confidence. Go ahead and check it out if you want. The action you could take right here, right now, starting from this point and taking it on for the rest of your life is to literally go ahead, go out there, talk to people, engage in conversations, approach strangers on the street, hell, even seek rejection out there. You know the pranksters that just used to approach people and do so many social experiments and pranks and all of these things. These people seeked rejection oftentimes. Like their sole purpose for a certain video was to get rejected. Can you imagine how powerful that makes you when you seek rejection? Like you don't only accept any and all possibilities, you seek rejection. You basically have nothing to be afraid of anymore. And that, again, shows confidence, that shows security. So, why wouldn't you go ahead right here, right now, like today at least, and get some points on the board seeking rejection? If you're afraid of approaching the opposite sex, go ahead and seek 10 rejections today. Just go ahead and try to get a phone number of 10 people of the opposite sex. Stop 10 people on the street and try to make them feel weird about you. Purposefully do that. Start doing push ups in the middle of the street. Your mind wants you to be perfect. Your mind wants you to be the coolest person in the room. If something happens that just forbids you from being the coolest person in the room, then your mind one is gonna panic like crazy, and again your ego is gonna take over. You become so agitated. You feel like you've just done the worst crime in history. And then two, the second thing that happens is that you become a lot more free after a couple of minutes. After the initial agitation and all of that pressure goes away, then you feel like so free because now you can't impress anyone anymore. If you already got rejected, like what's worse than that? So literally, go ahead, seek for 10 rejections, get those 10 rejections out there in your social environments, and then just see the way the confidence you have when you're gonna talk to the 11th person. That's insane. That's a version of you that you've probably never even tapped into. And this is not a manipulative tactic or anything like it. This is the way you are supposed to be by default anyway. And now, if you pack this action taking, this like talking to people and even embarrassing yourself with introspection, with analyzing your emotions, with just accepting everything that comes with it, then this is basically the way to freedom. This is all you need to do. And just watching content and learning more and thinking about it more and more and more. You've probably done this for years already. I assume you know a lot of things about this subject. I assume you even know more than I do. But the people that have the trait, the confidence that you desire, they know nothing. So you need to go ahead and imitate them, not to try to understand everything better, because this is not gonna give you any more progress. You know everything that you need to know already. More knowledge is not gonna do anything. You need to take action. And if you were to literally just take blind action without any direction whatsoever, that would still be more valuable than basically any other approach of just getting the knowledge in first. If you want to unleash that inner confidence that you already have, that authentic charisma within you in the most efficient way possible, then go ahead and check the course I mentioned, first link in the description. I spent over 20 hours gathering the most important piece of knowledge that I gathered throughout these 10 years where I try to just make progress socially. And you have the most efficient plan, the one that literally unleashed my confidence. So go ahead and check it out if you're interested.